He is one of the most recognizable faces from reality TV. But as his fame skyrocketed, he was hiding a deadly secret. Mike, the Situation Sorrentino, is 8 years sober this month and is ready to share his story of addiction and recovery. So please welcome back to the show, Mike.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Big Mike, so happy to see you, man. First of all, congratulations on the sobriety. I don't want to make this a reunion between me and you. The family, you're cranking them out, buddy. I'm happy for you. Tell Lauren Jordan and I said hi.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I'm a big fan of Jeff and the Blast. So, again, thanks for giving me this opportunity to tell my story.
You're the best. Let's get into that, Mike. In your book, you talk about spending $500,000 on drugs during your addiction. When did you start using, and how did that change as you got famous, as Jersey Shore, I should say, got real famous?
I mean, I experimented innocently enough in my early or actually late teens at 19 years old. And then obviously once I started to drug deal and had some more money, I was introduced to opiates. And then next thing you know it, I was really getting high on my own supply. And that's when I did my first rehab stint right before the first Jersey Shore when I got discovered. But when my habit really took off is between seasons 1 and 2, when we got that big $1 million raise. And I had the money and I had the resources and everybody was saying yes to me. I immediately went and with that raise from MTV, I went and bought my first Ferrari and Bentley and had in my pocket upwards of 250 Rockettes, which are 30 milligram Percocets at that time.
Oh my word. Wow. I just have to say, I so appreciate the honesty and transparency. That shows how you're doing the work. As someone that's known many people in recovery, it's the honest ones that actually have the success. So
true.
Kudos.
Well said.
Yeah, your comeback story is helping so many people. Your addiction got so bad, you resorted to using heroin once. So what was going through your head when you were handed that drug?
I'll be honest with you, I never thought that I would do heroin. I had millions of dollars. I was a household name. I was making upwards of $200,000, per episode for MTV. I just never thought I would go that low, because usually when people try heroin or go to that line, they never come back, or they die, sadly. And I was in a really bad spot. It was 2015. I had this monster court case, the United States versus the Situation. I was bleeding money. I spent about $1 million on lawyers to defend my case. Eventually, there was more money going out than coming in, and I was 3 months late on my rent. I was about to be evicted. The government was continuing to come after me for $10 million. My lawyer had to leave me. I was depressed. Anxiety was up here, and my friend, on my lap that day, he threw me a bundle of heroin that I never thought that I would do. And in my moment of weakness and vulnerability, I eventually tried it while I was upstairs by myself.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you're just hitting so many things in my life. I did stand up professionally for 18 years, and my moment was, I'm 5 years sober this month as well.
Woo woo.
And that's neither here nor there, but mine was in a hotel room. I was just staring at myself in the mirror like this was not the plan. And so I appreciate you talking about your story, bro. So you credit a phone call with saving your life. So walk us through that. Like, what happened?
Yeah. I mean, I hope I don't break down, because it's a very sensitive, scary moment that had happened. Again, I never thought I would do this. I was in a room by myself. My then girlfriend, who's now my wife, was downstairs. I told her I was going to bed early. I was upstairs. There was heroin in my hand. I was in a really bad spot, as I just mentioned, and I took a key bump to try it. And then I'm like, oh my God, I really don't like this. I'm glad I don't like this. And then there was a little devil on my shoulder that said, you know what, maybe if you try a little bit more, you'll feel a little bit better. But I also knew that if I tried that second key bump, my life could be on the line. Most people overdose and die from heroin. And as I went in to try that second key bump, there was a phone call and it said mom on it. And I'm like, no way, like this is crazy. Obviously, I picked up, and my mom, she had such concern in her voice, and it was actually alarming. And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, of course I'm okay. She's like, are you sure? And at that very moment, I looked up at the sky. I've been on reality TV for 10, it's now 15 years. I'm like, am I on the Truman Show or something? Because this is too crazy. I mean, my eyes and my ears were open up just enough to hear that message, that this was a message from the Almighty, that God had sent my mother down as an angel to call me. And at that very moment, at the same time, there was a knock at the door, and it was, at the time, my girlfriend, who's now my wife, banging on the door for me to come out. And I just thought that was too much of a coincidence. I'm like, no, I cannot do this. This is crazy. I can't even believe what I was about to do. I threw the drugs in the toilet. I flushed the toilet. I had a tear coming down my face. I said goodbye to my mom. I opened the door. I embraced my then girlfriend. I said, I can't do it no more. I got a problem. I got to go to rehab. And the next thing you know,
well, thank you for being here. I wish we could talk to you forever. We're out of time. We appreciate you for being so vulnerable.
Thank you.
DBL Nation, pick up a book of Mike's book. It's called Reality Check, Making the Best of the Situation.